We will be working with Biab forms today. These are professional nail forms. They are designed for builder gels. You start by placing each nail sizing to be sure it's covering each nail plate edge to edge with no side walls exposed. You will be doing this for all the fingernails and arranging them accordingly in a roll vertically. Always do the sizing before you prep your nails, because after prepping you can't put things on them. You start placing your forms after you have placed your base coat and it's well prepped. These are nail forms. We'll be using disposable or reusable nail forms, the one attached to fingernails. Arrange your tray and bring out your Biab extension. We'll be using an application brush to apply on forms. Start by practicing your peaks. We already sent a video tutorial on how to pick and how to place, so we'll be discussing less about it here. You can go back to the material to take a look again. Do not dip your brush directly into the extension like so. You won't have a bead to work with. Do not slide against it backward. You won't have a ball to work with. Always remember to slide upwards without dipping and pull up gently, avoiding air bubbles. Do not stir. You take out your form and take a bead you can work with. You use a reasonable amount since you are working with only forms and no overlays. You place that where you want it to be. If you want it shorter, you can start applying it from a shorter length. Pull all the product to the apex and set it aside. We'll be doing that for the remaining forms. Pick a reasonable bead. Make sure you are covering edge to edge on the form and there is no space left out. I'm working with a medium length today because we are doing an almond shape for this particular nail. I can start by applying my Biab in an arm almond like, but we didn't decide on the shape yet, so we just did them in square. You can start placing them and curing them off as you're applying on the form. For beginners, when you do this, your product might move to the middle and you have to spread again before applying. So it's okay for you to apply each forms and place on the nail immediately instead of arranging them. It's polygel I usually arrange in the form, but since I'm taking the class to make it easy, I went ahead by arranging them first. But I also spread them across the form after they settled in the middle before I start applying them on the fingernail plate. Make sure each product is covering edge to edge and there is no space. If not, the corners and side walls of your nail plate will be empty. We'll start our application now. Placing it on the natural nail plate, we are going to put that in between the apex with the tip a little bit upward. Then place it on the apex and gently push it to the cuticle. Do not push too hard, because if you push too hard, your Biab extension might start hurting the cuticles. You start by placing it upwards and placing it on the apex, then sliding it to the cuticles gently without putting pressure, so your product does not move to the free edge and over pouring out to the fingernail. We'll be flipping it over to level any product that was pushed to the tip of the nail. Do not slide too hard toward the cuticles. Just gently slide until you get a better adhesive with no space before you can cure. I'm curing each layer because I need to let it go and work so I can place the remaining finger. It's faster like this. You will be needing a table lamp when working with foams, because you can't leave it for them to put it in the dryer. You have to hold for 10 to 15 seconds for it to hold before you can proceed to the next finger. Do not pressure when placing. If you pressure, it is going to overflow out of the side walls. When you've done this for all the 5 fingers, you will then put it in the big UV lamp to dry for 60 seconds or at most 120 seconds. Do not leave the extension unless you feel that it had adhered to the nails before letting it go. We have cured for about 60 seconds and we'll be removing our nail foams. You start by gently pressing it and moving it through the corners, and then you take off your foams. Using foams are usually self-leveled and apex is built, so you do not need to do any filing or a lot of filing. The only filing you can do is to shaping your nails to your desired length and shape. This is what it looks like after removing the foams. The under was a little bit too thick, so we are going to use a carbide bead to file out any uneven layer under the nail, making it smooth. This is why you should work with foams. You don't need to fix extra nail length before working. You just work with foams directly. It's easy and faster. For people without free edge, I usually advise we do foams times overlay, and that's up for our next class. Before shaping the length to an almond shape, this is what our nail foams look like. After shaping, designing and top coating, this was the final result of this nail set.